It is a pleasure to greet you and I welcome you to a new video. In this video we will discuss the following. Why does a dog's bark change? Let's get started. Your dog's vocalizations reveal a lot about his well-being, but they are not always easy to interpret. For example, a loud bark can be an expression of joy just as much as it can be an expression of fear. Changes in vocalizations do not always signify an emotional response. In this video, we take a look at why your dog's barking has changed, and what treatment options may be available. Why does the way you bark change? Although the sound they make may be different, dogs produce sounds through the vocal cords in a similar way to humans. The vocal cords of a dog are located in the throat, specifically in the larynx above the trachea. The larynx is held together by ligaments. Dogs' vocal cords are thick, allowing them to bark very loudly. Also, the larynx is the most sensitive area in terms of coughing. Just by placing a finger in the laryngeal area, we can provoke the swallowing reflex and nausea. This also happens when pressure is put on the area from the outside, such as when a leash pulls on your collar. It is the condition of the vocal cords and larynx that changes the dog's barking and causes it to become hoarse, or lose its voice altogether. The reasons for this change in the tone, volume, and intonation of the bark may be due to various pathologies or other circumstances. We must notice the difference between a sudden change in a dog's bark or a progressive development of hoarseness. Below, we look at the individual reasons why a dog's bark changes in more detail. 1. Laryngitis. When the laryngeal mucosa becomes inflamed and swollen, it is known as laryngitis. The main symptom of laryngitis in dogs is a change in the dog's bark, which usually becomes hoarse or is lost entirely if there is enough inflammation. The pathological causes of laryngitis in dogs are varied. Acute infections are some of the most common. Whether viral, bacterial, or fungal, when an infection reaches the larynx, the inflammation leads to hoarseness, often made worse by high mucus production. There are some common infections that can make a dog's bark hoarse. One such infection is kennel cough in dogs. This is an infectious form of bronchitis that can easily be spread to other dogs. 2. Excessive barking. Another reason for laryngitis in dogs and a change in your dog's barking is excessive barking. If your dog barks all night or doesn't seem to bark at anything very easily, he may become hoarse. This is similar to humans talking too much or yelling in a noisy area. The reasons why a dog barks a lot are multifaceted. Some dogs are predisposed to barking due to their genetic inheritance, and some breeds are naturally louder than others. This is only a small part of the reason why dogs bark. Their socialization, their experience, their treatment, their routine and much more influence the amount of noise they make. 3. Laryngeal paralysis. But sometimes the dog has stopped barking or becomes hoarse without sustained vocalizations like barking or coughing. In these cases, the dog may be facing laryngeal paralysis. This disorder occurs mainly in older geriatric dogs that are large in size. It is a more common health problem in breeds such as the Labrador Retriever, Golden Retriever, Irish Setter, and Saint Bernard, among others. In breeds such as the Siberian Husky or the English Bull Terrier, it is considered a hereditary defect. 4. Gastrointestinal disease. There are many different symptoms of gastrointestinal diseases in dogs. While vomiting and diarrhea are common, there are many others that may not be so obvious. Canine gastritis, acid reflux, and other digestive problems can cause the dog to vomit stomach acid. Since the larynx is at the back of the throat, vomiting and acid reflux may damage the vocal cords. The result is that the dog becomes hoarse, especially if the problem is chronic. Treating the underlying reason for the gastrointestinal problem will be the way to treat the problem. 5. Polyps, tumors, and cancer. Although inflammation can occur due to viruses and other more common pathologies, it is also possible for a neoplasm to develop in the larynx. In these cases, they are known as polyps, since they are abnormal growths that develop from the mucosa. Polyps can develop as a result of excessive barking or even due to damage caused by a foreign object entering the throat. Both benign and malignant tumors, cancer, can also develop in the larynx. You may see blood coming out of the dog's mouth and eventually you can see a weakening of his entire body. Although laryngeal polyps and cancers are rare in dogs, they can be fatal. This is another important reason why it is so important to take your dog to the vet if the bark changes suddenly or progressively. Develops your dog's hidden intelligence to eliminate bad behavior and create the obedient, well-behaved pet of your dreams. Hit the instant access button below right now and start your journey to having an amazing, obedient, highly intelligent dog today. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, and share the video. You're very well, thank you.